All right, let's talk about the cloud. We trust it with just about everything, our most valuable data, our business secrets. But what if that trust is, well, a little misplaced? Today, we're going to look at a really critical flaw in a tool you've probably never even heard of. But here's the kicker. It's a tool that pretty much the entire cloud infrastructure relies on. Let's get into the FluentBit vulnerability.
Think about it. You run your business on the cloud, and you do it with a certain level of confidence, right? You assume it's like a digital fortress. But what if that feeling of safety is just an illusion? Is your business really as safe as you think?
See, the reason I'm asking is because of a newly discovered flaw. And this isn't some small bug affecting one company or one service. Nope. This one puts every single major cloud provider at risk. That's right. A weakness has been found that threatens, well, the entire cloud ecosystem.
So, you're probably wondering, where is this massive risk even coming from? Well, the source is this small, kind of hidden utility. It's something you've almost certainly never heard of, but your whole cloud setup, it completely relies on it. And it's called FluentBit.
Okay, so what is FluentBit? Let's break it down. It's a hugely popular open source tool, and its whole job is to collect and process something called logs. So what in the world is a log?
Well, the absolute best way to think about logs is like digital breadcrumbs. Seriously, every single thing that happens on your system, every click, every login, every process, it leaves behind a little trace. And these logs, these breadcrumbs, are exactly what your security teams use to follow the trail. To track activity, spot anything weird, and figure out what happened if something goes wrong. They are absolutely your first line of defense.
Now here's the thing. We're not talking about some obscure, niche piece of software. FluentBit is everywhere. It's used by all the big players: Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. And pretty much anyone using modern tech like containers, you can think of those as just lightweight, little self-contained packages for running apps. So its footprint is absolutely massive, and that is exactly why this one vulnerability is so incredibly critical.
So you get the picture, right? When a tool this widespread has a flaw, it's not just a tiny crack in the wall. It's a wide open door for an attacker. The flaw itself is basically a type of memory bug. In plain English, an attacker can send it some very specific, tricky data that just overwhelms FluentBit, and it tricks it into running malicious commands. So let's take a look at what happens when a hacker walks right through that open door.
This really gets to the heart of the danger. Normally, you have secure logs. They're your accurate, trustworthy record of everything that's happened. But when they're compromised, well, those same logs become a tool for the bad guys. They can literally alter the digital breadcrumbs to cover their tracks, which just creates chaos and totally misleads your security tools. Oh, and it gets so much worse. By exploiting this flaw, an attacker can do way more than just hide. They can install malware, they can steal your most sensitive data, and they can take complete control of your application containers. From there, they can move even deeper into your network. They can even bypass the very security systems you have in place to stop them.
And just to be crystal clear, this is not some theoretical what-if scenario. Researchers at a security firm called Oligo have actually demonstrated these attacks. They proved it was possible to run malicious code across all the big 3 cloud providers. The threat is 100% real.
Okay, so that's the problem, and yeah, it's pretty serious, but, and this is a big but, the good news is there's a clear path to protect yourself. So let's walk through your 4-step defense plan.
And the great thing is, you really don't need to be some cybersecurity guru to take action. These are straightforward steps designed for business leaders to work on with their tech teams. You can and you absolutely should act on this right away.
All right, here's the plan. Step 1, ask. Just ask your IT team if you're using one of the vulnerable versions of FluentBit. Simple, right? You can't fix a problem if you don't know you have it. Step 2, apply. Get all the available patches and updates installed immediately. The big cloud companies have already released the fixes, so this is the fastest way to slam that open door shut. Step 3, review. Take a hard look at your logging strategy. This whole thing proves that logging isn't just some boring background task. It's a critical security function that needs to be actively monitored. And finally, step 4, add network guardrails. Think of these like digital fences that control who can get near this tool. It should never ever be exposed to the public internet, because hey, if attackers can't reach it, they can't attack it.
This whole incident does more than just point out a single bug. It actually reveals a much bigger truth, a new reality about what it even means to be secure in the world we live in today.
There's a quote from the research that just says it all, really. It goes, A single overlooked logging utility can undo years of perfect security policies. Think about that. You can have perfect policies, the best firewalls, great training, but one tiny, overlooked piece of the puzzle can make it all come crashing down.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that the new reality of security is all about the supply chain. Your safety isn't just about the code your team writes or the policies you set. It's also about the dozens, maybe hundreds, of open source tools like FluentBit that your systems rely on every single day. It proves that cloud security is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. It's an ongoing process, a constant effort of understanding and managing every single link in a very complex chain.
And that brings us to the final, really important question. Okay, so the FluentBit flaw was found, and it's being fixed. That's good, but it forces us all to ask ourselves, what's the next overlooked utility? What's the next forgotten component? What's the next weak link that's hiding somewhere in your security chain right now?